Of today's SPL meeting of Celtic and Hearts. A Celtic team showing just one change from the 11 who started Tuesday night's Champions League win in Moscow. Skipper Scott Brown rested, winger James Forrest started. One change for Hearts as well. Scotland defender Andy Webster recalled, midfielder Scott Robinson left on the bench, and Al Lamond has the best of the action.
Celtic know that just a point will take them back to the SPL summit, and here's Charlie Mulgrew with an early chance. Good alert goalkeeping though by Jamie McDonald to prevent the deadlock being broken. Samaras just keeping the ball in. He's at Geary. That's an inviting ball in. McDonald gets something on it. He's grounded, and Forrest can't take advantage. But Jamie McDonald has taken a sore one here in a clash with Charlie Mulgrew. It was brave goalkeeping. Play continued, but it is the end of Jamie McDonald's afternoon. Clashing heads there with Charlie Mulgrew. Driver chases. Kelvin Wilson looks to be in charge of the situation. The driver has slid in. Play carries on, and Callum Patterson should really have put the visitors in front here. There's no contact on the ball initially there by Driver, but he gets away with it, and Patterson should score. Commons twisting and turning, and he gets a good cross in. There's Samaras, so close to the opening goal. Well, Commons did really well to dig the cross out. Wanyama couldn't get there. Samaras side-footing it off the woodwork. Commons. That's a lovely ball through. Here's Samaras. Drives it beyond Incoming. And Celtic have the opening goal. It's a first in the league this season for Samaras. It was a powerful effort, but Incoming, well, he's not long on the park, but he should still be keeping that one out. At Neil Lennon's side, make the breakthrough. Craig Thompson steps over the ball. Commons strikes it, and he might have caught Incoming out there. Ryan Stevenson picking up in a bit of space, and he hit that with a fair bit of venom. And just off target, Forster was beaten. Lovely switch of play by Commons for James Forrest. A yard or so wide of Peter Incoming's right-hand post. He played a vital role in the Champions League victory over Spartak Moscow, and almost on the score sheet against John McGlynn's side. Towell goes for it, and Forster got a fingertip to that. Called up to the England squad this week, Forster, thanks to saves like that. Samaras looking for a second goal of the afternoon to give his side a bit of breathing space. Here goes Samaras. Hearts can't get it clear. It's Commons now, and Hooper couldn't quite reach it. It was lashed across the face of goal by Commons, in fairness, and Hooper was just slightly on his heels. Lustig. Sit back to Wanyama for Commons. Well, he's done well to get past McGowan. And again, couldn't quite find the target, Commons, but he's a constant thorn in the side of the Hearts defence. Wanyama couldn't keep that one. Celtic have it back once more. Commons, a delicious ball in. Samaras should have made it two there. What a good ball this is from Commons. James Forrest. Samaras now, not the best of crosses. Might fall though for Forrest. And again, Celtic should have done better in front of goal. Enkelman got behind that one. Ambrose's pass is a slack one. Is there to be a dramatic equaliser for Hearts in the dying seconds? It's Andrew Driver with a chance. Drags it wide when he should have hit the target. Agony for Hearts and John McGlynn.
The good news about Jamie McDonald, the Hearts goalkeeper who was stretchered off in the game, is that he's okay. It looked bad at the time, didn't it, Billy? But the guy who replaced him, Peter Enkelman, didn't cover himself in glory at all at the only goal of the game.
Yeah, well, it's a good move. It's a great way to pass. He doesn't even have to take a touch, Samaras, and he got power on it. But I think Enkelman, who's had a great career, but he's been littered by mistakes, hasn't he? And it's these mistakes that people remember. He has to make maybe 20 saves after that for them to forget about it, but they keep on sticking with him. The old Villa one in the derby against Birmingham, that one, there's been a few, and it's a shame because he's had a good career, but it was his fault for the goal.
It didn't look as if that would be the only goal of the game because Celtic had so much possession and pressure and chances, and there's Gary Hooper drifting into space. Nobody picks him up at all, and in the end when the ball's played out wide, Chris Commons cuts it back. Well, he scored 5 last time against Hearts and you expected him to score there, and this was almost a mirror image at the end, and on another day, Craig, these go in.
Yeah, well, Celtic had so many chances they could have scored, I think, 3 or 4 goals quite comfortably. But then, of course, Ryan Stevenson, a great shot for Hearts as well. But this is great play from Celtic. I was very surprised they played the same team as played so very well in Moscow. They were brilliant in Moscow. But I think with international break, Neil would say, well, I can play them in this game and then they've got a couple of weeks rest, some of them, but quite a number are away playing international football.
I think given hindsight, Neil Lennon probably would have freshened things up, wouldn't he? Because it was a bit flat at times from Celtic.
Yeah, but it's so okay in hindsight, isn't it? Because I think it's a testament to Hearts. I think Hearts have always given Celtic problems. They always go to Parkhead and play a 4-5-1, make it very tough. And maybe Neil Lennon thought, I have to play my strongest team. Yeah, they were fatigued. They've had a great result in Moscow, and it showed. But they've won the game, and you'll know what your teams, when they play bad and they still win, you take it all day long.
But they have a big pool. They have a big pool, Celtic. So you would think they could freshen it. But you would say to the team that did so well in Moscow, on you go, start this game at least and do it again, and then you'll get a break. But they didn't. To me, they didn't look too flat. I watched the game on television and I thought Celtic played very well.
How much of a boost is it for Scottish football that they're firstly
Fantastic.
in the Champions League and pulling off results like that one in Moscow?
Yeah, fantastic. And also Hearts against Liverpool. I watched the game at Tynecastle, excellent, and even better at Liverpool. And this boy Patterson for Hearts, he played the right side of midfield against Liverpool. He's up front there. A 17-year-old, is he 17 or 18? The boy Callum Patterson.
17,
what a player he is.
It's only going to get better, isn't he?
Aye, absolutely.
And he could have scored here, and this might have made for a different game had he taken the chance. After was it a foul, Billy, by Driver?
I think it was. I don't think you can see it clearly for that angle, but he definitely plays legs, doesn't get in the ball. He's coming in, it's just a little bit wide of him. Maybe this is the angle, Craig. You see it better with the free kick.
Looks like, but I don't like guys ushering the ball past for a goal. But if that had been coming from the other side onto his right foot, it would have been in the back of the net.
He is stretching for it, but then they had this chance. Look at Sutton. Nice little lean, opens it up for Driver. I think it goes through 2 players' legs, Ambrose, Wilson. They just can't hit the target. If it hits the target, they steal a point, but Celtic did enough on the day.
People talk about Hearts because of the size of the club being a top 6 team this season, but a lot's changed, hasn't it, at Tynecastle? Will they make the top half?
I've tipped them not to, but obviously I thought at
So
the
does that
time they
mean
were
they
going
will?
to lose a lot more than they have.
On their wage bill, they should. Because they still have a big squad of players compared with most clubs. They've lost 1 or 2, but they still have a good squad, a big squad, and a talented group of players. And some of the young boys coming through are very good. Patterson being a perfect example.